Myoho Renge Kyo. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Hi, how you doing? Good health, I hope. Safe, secure. That's saying something in our world today, isn't it? Topknot. The heck is a Topknot? We had a little odd stylistic moment. I think it was it the 80s or 90s? I think it was in the 90s, where guys were wearing a man bun in the back of their head. Reminds me of Topknot. Anyway, the Topknot on the head of Shakyamuni Buddha, which I should say statues or renderings of Shakyamuni Buddha, is a growth, an actual growth on top of the skull of Shakyamuni Buddha, statues of Shakyamuni Buddha. This is not some kind of a ailment that Siddhartha had while he was preaching as Shakyamuni, the great sage of the Shakya clan. This is, again, one of those stylizations to remind us of qualities of enlightenment, not Shakyamuni, but of Buddha-ness, right? And because we experience Buddha or Buddha-ness only in this sentient mind that is emergent from this physical saha existence, it's not unusual to see these characteristics embodied, if you will, in representations of Shakyamuni. So the long ears, the tongue, the top knot, right, the third eye, whether it's a tuft of hair or a lump, however it's presented, they're not actual physical things, although when you make a sculpture or a painting, so on and so forth, they have to be represented physically, or you can't even talk about them being there. So the top knot is one of those things. It's a feature of Buddha, not Shakyamuni, Buddha, Buddha-ness, or enlightenment. And it's a shorthand way of talking about a manifestation of the vast and limitless wisdom experienced by the fully enlightened mind. In other words, you have this much more mind, right? Not brain, mind. Or those of you who can't separate the two, well, there it is, physically brain, bigger brain. Okay? As in the Lotus Sutra, Myoho Renge Kyo, we find once again the light, quote unquote, analog to the pure mind that is unaffected or influenced in the vicissitudes of influences from the 3,000 realms of samsara or physical manifestations and identification. The example is the event when Shakyamuni emits rays of light from his top knot in the 10 directions of the cosmos to share his enlightened wisdom with the assembly at Vulture Mountain. So, obviously, or maybe not so obviously, the top knot, being a fictitious thing, is a representation of the expanded mind of enlightenment. When in the Lotus or any other sutra, the Shakyamuni the Buddha, right, spreads light throughout the assembly, throughout the universe, from the top knot, from the third, the tuft between his eyebrows, or his long, broad tongue. All of those are the spread of enlightenment, the spread of the Dharma, right? Even though it's only temporary, what is occurring is, propagation, and the light is simply enlightenment being offered to all of those in the assembly, in the gathering, right? The Topknot also acts as an interface to transmit the wisdom and experience of the liberated mind to other sentient minds in the act of the Bodhisattva compassion to liberate all sentient beings. So Shakyamuni, whenever he does that, is embodying the practice of a Lotus Sutra Bodhisattva, right? Propagating. That is what that light is. And when you practice, chant, do Gangyo, study, your life improves in ways that are sometimes obvious, sometimes not so obvious. But over time, your life condition gets stronger, healthier, more imbued with awe and appreciation for life, quote unquote. That life condition, it's felt by everything and everyone that you come into the sphere of. Whether you know them, speak to them, or just walk by them in a store, they will feel what you're radiating, the life condition you are radiating. How they respond is up to them, of course. So there's every degree of interface there between walking by a stranger or having a heartfelt conversation with a friend or loved one, or somebody actually curious about understanding your life, and you communicate with them on the basis of your Buddhist wisdom. All of it is spreading the light. I don't want to get too wobbly about it, but it is energy. Light is energy. And so your energy, if you prefer that analogy, is always, you could think of it as your physical self is sort of a core of an endlessly radiating circle of energy. And what that energy looks like, feels like, is experienced like, is completely up to your mind. How you're creating and reverberating that energy. And so as Bodhisattva, it is our responsibility. See, it's so much more than just enlightening yourself, because as you do so, you are involving your entire environment. It's a different way of perhaps embodying your practice, yes? So this is why I always say, take care of your health. It's a lot of work. It requires effort. And that effort is all the more effective when you're healthy and strong and confident. That's what this whole resource is about, right? The website, the bookstore, the mandala store, the podcasts. Your support in all of this, however you choose to do it, is invaluable. All of us, the entire Sangha, appreciates your support. Not monetized, it's just this Sangha working together toward enlightenment. Thank you. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Have a great day. Take care of your health. Keep your practice strong. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.